Hi, this is a short tutorial on the Atari 2600 emulator called StellaX. Now this is the emulator that emulationcd.com uses for the Atari 2600. Now I'm going to assume you've already got it installed like I have here. I opened it up and you'll notice that it's got 450 files in here. Here's all your games, and that's about how many games we put into each installation package. All the classics like Adventure, Amador, Asteroids, and many others that weren't so classic. But if you want to make any configuration changes, you'll go to Options, and there really isn't a whole lot to it. There's not a whole lot you can change, and I would recommend leaving it where it's at. Unless you really want to change something such as volume or the driver you use for video, I would recommend leaving everything at default. Reason being is you don't want to cause any changes. It's really going to screw things up. These default settings are usually the best. So even your ROM directory, don't mess with that, because that's going to tell the program where all these games are. If you change that, you might have a little trouble finding the games. Now it says here paddle emulation. Mouse is paddle. You want to leave that on 0, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But just leave everything as it is. Say OK. And if you do want to use a controller with this game, you might want to go to Start, Control Panel, Game Controllers, and make sure your device is already plugged in. And once you have it showing up in this window, click Advanced. And it says here to select the device you want to use with older programs. I'm just going to make sure that my device is showing up here. Hit OK, OK, and get out of this. The reason I checked that was because a lot of times the computer will recognize StellaX as an older program. I want the computer to use my controller for this program. So to open a game, I'm either going to double click the game I want to open or highlight it, click play on the bottom, and you notice it opens right up. Now if I want to change a level on a computer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the F1 key, and I'm going to hit it now. You'll see the levels change. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 levels on this adventure game. So I'm going to go to 1, and I want to play. I'm going to hit F2. So F1 to choose the level, F2 to begin playing. Now you can see my controller's working. So you want to make sure, if you do have a controller, that you choose it in your older programs for that device. Now if you don't have a controller, then you can also use your arrow keys and the space bar. So if you want to get out of a game, you hit escape and it takes you right out, and you'll be able to choose a different game. Now once again, if you have levels that you want to get to, then I'm going to open up the game and we're going to hit F1. Now this Asteroids game has a lot more levels than that adventure game did. So you're going to see I'm scrolling through trying to get to my player 2 part, and there's player 2. Now I got to it and I can get to the game I want to be in, and when I'm ready, what do I push? F2. So F1 choose a game, F2 to actually get to play it, escape to get out of the game. Now I mentioned the paddle controllers before. They're used for games like Breakout. Now here it says uses the paddle controllers. I had it set for my mouse to be able to use it. So you don't have to change anything. It's already set by default to have the mouse act as a paddle. So I'm going to click play, and you're going to see as I move the cursor, the paddle moves. So really there's not really anything you have to change. Just make sure you use the mouse if you want to use a game that requires a paddle. That's pretty much it. Have fun, and this has been a tutorial for the Atari 2600 emulator StellaX for emulationcd.com. Thank you very much.